From Boracay to Pasay City, now to Cagayan Valley in the northernmost tip of the island of Luzon. There's the pristine beach of Angib in Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley, as we present to you the first ever Beach Volleyball Republic Invitational, exclusively brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports and Action. We are in the quarterfinal stage of this three-day competition, and coming up we have BVR1, one of only two local teams in this 12-team competition, Tan and Tan-Soriano, taking on Hong Kong 2, Sonia Kong and Yee-Tung. Hi everybody, thank you for watching us on ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Eric Depan, this time with Amy Ahomiro. Amy, welcome to the coverage, and what a great place to hold this event, and what a great event as well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, a beautiful beach, and these ladies are putting on a show for all of us out here, so it's exciting.
Let's talk about briefly about this BVR Invitational for the viewers who've been watching Beach Volleyball Republic. There have been variations of this tournament. This is different though.
Yeah, this is an international league. So this is 12 teams, 10 international teams, and 2 teams representing the Philippines. These players are competing from countries all around the world, from Brazil, United States, New Zealand, Thailand, Hong Kong, and Singapore.
Right. So it's a great event. Again, we mentioned 12 teams all in all, and 3 days of great beach volleyball that you're definitely going to have fun watching. We're going to be giving you the quarterfinals and semifinals and finals kicking off tomorrow. Let's take a look at this interview with another pair from Hong Kong, because you mentioned Hong Kong 2 is participating and competing in this quarterfinal matchup against BVR 1. But we're talking to Hong Kong 1 this time. Let's check out this interview.
For me, I'm the 4th time come to Philippines. When I was young, I traveled with my family. And then the 2nd time I went to Boracay because it's really so famous place in Philippines. And then last year I was invited by Cheryl, the Philippine team, to come to Manila for the beach volleyball game. And then this time is my 4th time.
Yeah, this is my really very first time to come here. And then I think they're really nice and kind.
For a Philippines player, I think the Philippine player are very good. They're so kind, so nice, so friendly, like Cheryl, like Molo. And then we invite them. It's really nice to make friends. For their playing level, I think they're very developing, because I understand the Philippines is really a lot supporting them, even clothes, accessories, and sunglasses. So I think I will see them soon in the Asian game.
For the Philippine players, I think even they're not really doing good in their game, they will really support each other and they will laugh. And then, yeah, very passionate about beach volleyball.
What I expect for us, I think let's enjoy the game and then enjoy every step on the sand.
I think just enjoy the game and yeah, enjoy every moment on the beach, on the sand.
That's been one of the prevailing themes among many teams when it comes to BVR. Amy, is aside from passion, it's that camaraderie that you form, that friendship that you form amongst yourselves, whether you're from a different province or from a different country.
Yes, yes. And both ladies said that it was their first time actually coming to the Philippines and playing beach volleyball. So BVR have put on a great tournament for them. They're really excited. They emphasized on enjoying and smiling throughout the game. So hopefully we'll see that.
Well, your smiles are going to get bigger as we check out a familiar team, a team that is well loved, obviously, from the UAAP and until beach volleyball. We're talking about BVR1, representatives from the Philippines, Tan and Tan-Soriano.
Yeah, well, we're going to see their interview soon. And they've been playing great this season. They actually just won the national tour last month, so they're on a high at the moment. So hopefully they can continue that and give us a good performance out here today.
Let me just ask you, Amy, quickly, because we all know that Tan in the last tournament and Charo, they played for different teammates. Now, how is this going to affect how they play here together, seeing this as a rare occasion where they're teamed up against each other?
Like you said earlier, I think they're also business partners, so I think they have chemistry in a lot of aspects, and hopefully that comes out in their play today.
All right, let's take a look at the prizes that are up for grabs in the first ever BVR Invitational.
Okay, so the prizes are great. So 4th place is $2,500 US. 3rd place, $3,500 US. 2nd place is $4,500 US, and the champion is $6,000.
So aside
Wow.
from the fun, you get to take home a major prize.
Great incentive.
Definitely, in case they win in this competition, 3-day competition. So let's not let you wait any further. We have BVR 1 taking on Hong Kong 2. Set number 1 coming up next, right after these.
This is actually called BVR Invitational. We wanted it to be called BVR International, and we were actually sanctioned already by Larong Volleyball ng Pilipinas Inc., which is the governing body for volleyball here in the Philippines. And napakalaking salamat po ng Beach Volleyball Republic na for the first time ever na sanction po yung tournament namin. It's not only any tournament, but it's the first ever international tournament outside of Metro Manila. So we're very, very happy about that po. These are actually players who went to the Philippines before. They played in several tournaments there. This is the first time that these teams, all these teams, will actually go out of Metro Manila and compete in a provincial area here in the north of the Philippines.
Apart from the tournament that we're having here, the BVR Invitational, we'll also be having our Sand Roots tomorrow. We'll be launching it here with our other international teams, coaching them. So it's actually a step for us, and these players, very good players, very good tandems, not just in teaching us to become better players here, but also in starting from the grassroots level, in teaching them. So this is a program of Beach Volleyball Republic, the Sand Roots program, wherein we impart, we pass the baton to the younger generation, so then we build the sport and really build the community bigger. We hope that we continue this Sand Roots program up to a long-term plan talaga.
One of the most flattering feedback is gusto na po nilang tumira dito at mag-asawa ng Pilipino. So kung may mga libre pong Pilipino dyan, punta na po kayong Angib, di ba? So yeah, we're very, very happy that all the feedback that we got is the Filipinos are very, very hospitable, we're very heartwarming. Napaka-sincere po natin at maalaga.
It's actually our first time to tandem in our BVR
Event.
official tournament. We tandemed in Summarize, which was supposed to be an exhibition game, in the UAAP Summarize in Boracay.
Yeah,
The
we
second
played
time.
with UAAP stars there and also against UAAP legends Judy Caballejo and Camille Abanto. But this is, as what she said, our first time really partnering in an official event.
Introducing our technical officials for match number 15 between Hong Kong 2 and BVR 1. First, referee, Mr. Nelson Senares, national referee. Second referee, Mr. Lumer Pajarillo, national referee. Introducing our teams, we have Hong Kong 2, composed of Kong Chuk Yi or Sonia, and Tu Yee-Tung. For BVR 1, we have Bea Tan and Tan-Soriano.
We're back at Angib Beach in Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley for another quarterfinal matchup, and this time featuring our very own BVR 1, Tan-Soriano Bea Tan, against this tandem out of Hong Kong. They call themselves Hong Kong 2, Sonia Kong and To Yee-Tung. Maybe you remember yesterday these two teams met and natalo sila Bea Tan and Tan-Soriano lost to these two.
Yes, Hong Kong was able to sweep them in 2 sets yesterday. Atacha told me that they're going to focus on starting strong this game and hopefully get a better outcome.
So we'll see a sort of a retribution, a matchup here for the right to win one of the 4 top cash prizes.
Big cash prizes.
Because once you make it to the semifinals, you're assured of a cash prize, that's for sure.
Yep.
Top 4.
And these girls deserve it all.
All right, set number 1 now underway. Sonia serving. Here's Soriano, nice dig by Sonia. Following with a tip over. Oh, Bea Tan, very nice soft touch, Amy.
Get in the left of the net on that point. So far, starting strong.
And all smiles is Charo after that great shot by Bea. So it's 1-0. BVR versus Hong Kong. Soriano. And Beatan tried to do the same shot.
Tried to do the same shot. Unfortunately, that time it just rolled off of her hands, not over the net. Trying to capitalize on the first point that she got. Let's see if she does it again or goes for another kind of shot.
I saw in an earlier game when we got here that Bea has been practicing that shot against Brazil.
That's actually her forte shot, where she kind of cuts on the ball and gives it an angle. Not much power on that shot, more of strategy in placing it in corners, making it harder for the opposition to get it up.
But a quick 2 points by Hong Kong, and they're up in the first set, 2-1. Soriano sends it to the back. Nice play.
Yeah, we've said recently that a great point comes off a great receive, and Atacha was able to put that ball up, and Bea was able to set it up nicely for her to get that point.
And a quick play, it seemed like a quick play as well.
Yeah, like I said, they're trying to come out strong in this first set, so far that's what their game plan, they're sticking to it.
2-all. Good serve, good reception. Here's Sonia Kong, yes.
Just coming off the hands of Atachaz right there.
We have Sonia to serve, 3-32.
Chase down there by Tan. Here comes Soriano. Soft touch there by Sonia Kong.
Slowly pulling away the Hong Kong team.
And right now, it seems like because Bea was saying that, or was it Charo in the interview, saying that it's the first time they've teamed up, Charo and Bea, in the BVR tournament.
Yes.
It seems like this partnership of Kong and Yee-Tung, they're more experienced playing together, Amy.
Actually, Eric, before the game I asked them, and this is their first international league together, playing together. And also a good funny similarity is that both age differences between the both teams, Atacharo being older than Bea by 7 years, and Sonia being older than Tong by 7 years also.
7 years also. And both are fairly new as a tandem as well. But right now the advantage in terms of at least play on the sand is with Hong Kong. They're up by 4 now, 6-2. Tan-Soriano goes up. Nice defense by Tong. There's a double.
Yeah, that ball was not over. Tried to give it back, but the referee called that Hong Kong's ball. They're slowly pulling away with a 5-point lead.
And it doesn't even seem, Amy, like it's, you know, one team is playing much the other. Is it more errors on the part of BVR1?
I think the Hong Kong team is just getting those stops that they need, not making any unforced errors, and I think their height advantage is giving them an advantage, as they've been quite a lot of points off of the block.
7-3 in favor of Hong Kong 2. Oh, and the serve too, and this is definitely compound the problems of BVR1, Amy.
Another unforced error by the tandem of Bea Tan and Charo Soriano.
Soriano, oh, nice first ball there by Hong Kong. And the defense right now showing its teeth, defense of Hong Kong, Amy.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, they're not making any unforced errors, so they're just able to chip away slowly at the points. Where we can see BVR, the tandem of Bea and Charo, are struggling and fighting for every point that they're getting.
Again, great defense.
Read well by the Hong Kong team.
Tan, what a dig. Here's Soriano, it's still alive. Hong Kong on the attack now. Kong. Oh, she had the right idea.
Unfortunately, that went into the net. We can see that the BVR team, they're really throwing their bodies everywhere to try save the ball, and the Hong Kong team seem to be more relaxed and more fluid in their movements.
Right. That's true. Great observation, Amy. BVR1 exerting a lot of effort, jumping around, while Hong Kong's, they seem to be guessing right.
Yeah, they seem to be reading the plays and seem to be very stable at the moment.
Hong Kong on the attack. Ooh, that's just out.
Just wide. That was a good intention, bad execution.
But it's obvious that Hong Kong has a plan and they're executing it properly. It's just those tiny little mistakes. Malakas ng konti, or sometimes it's short.
Yeah, from watching it doesn't seem that one team is it has an advantage in any aspect of the game, but like we've been saying, they're just slowly chipping away at the points, and you can see that they're very calm out there.
5 serving 9. And the service out.
Yeah, another unforced error by Charo. They can't afford to keep having unforced errors if they want to compete in this set.
Soriano goes up. And the hit is strong again.
Outside, an inch away from the line.
The lead is 6 now, Amy, the biggest of Hong Kong against BVR.
Yeah, they're slowly pulling away.
And it's not like they're doing it because of their offense. It's more the errors again of BVR1.
Unforced errors.
Tan.
Doing that 1-2 play.
Tan with a strong hit gets it through Tong.
It was a power hit by Bea. We're used to seeing her cut shot. That power hit worked for her that time. Maybe we'll see her using that more throughout this game.
6-11, but a service error.
The BVR team seems to be making too many unforced errors, which is making it a lot easier for the Hong Kong team. As we can see from watching, the BVR team looks very fatigued already in the first set, whereas the Hong Kong team looks very relaxed and calm.
Soriano. It's wide. Wow, nothing going right. If you can read the lips of Soriano, she was saying wow, because she can't imagine how many errors they've thrown out there.
I think that's one of the hardest things of playing in beach, that you have yourself and your other partner on the team to help you out. So if you keep making unforced errors, you tend to get very frustrated. Hopefully these two can talk it out and work together.
Good defense here by Hong Kong. Here's Tong off the tip of the net and it falls in. Everything going right for Hong Kong, Amy.
And everything seems to be going wrong for BVR.
There's that point off the tape of the net. We'll take a break and come back with more action right after these. Welcome back. 14-6.
Another unforced error by Bea Tan, hitting it long that time. You can see in their faces that they look very frustrated. Hopefully they can talk it out and work on what they know that they can do.
Well, here's a technical timeout. Hopefully they can regroup after this. There's the truck, a big truck that helps out the hardworking men and women of ABS-CBN Sports. That was driven straight here from Metro Manila, by the way, which is collectively 21 hours because they took some stops, they rested. Some of us obviously took the plane here. We were on the same flight yesterday.
We were on the same flight, and then we had to take a 3-hour
drive
van ride to
so it's not easy.
get here.
It's not an easy place to get to, but it's definitely worth it. You fly into Tuguegarao. In case you just open your TV sets, folks, we talked about it earlier, but me and Amy we haven't brought it up. You fly to Tuguegarao, you take a 3-hour drive to the city of Santa Ana, and then you take another 30 minutes to get to Angib Beach.
Yeah, I actually looked at the map. It's the furthermost eastern point of the Philippines in Luzon. We are at the tip.
Yeah, very, very, very tip.
Very secluded, but because of its seclusion, you get pristine beaches,
Right.
clear water, so it's really worth the trip.
It's so clear that Amy actually wants to jump in already, but we still have to work. A couple of games in this quarterfinal matchup. Welcome back, folks.
right now, Amy, in control is Hong Kong too, and really there's nothing much to look at in terms of why Hong Kong 2 is leading. It's because of BVR 1 and their errors.
Yeah, the BVR is giving them the game at the moment.
Well, there's a point, a check ball. Now it seems like after that technical timeout, Amy, BVR 1, Tan-Soriano, they're finally trying to get their act together.
Yeah, they're looking for some momentum to get some points, rally some points together, and make this set competitive.
Oh, but again, wow, Amy.
In saying that, Tan just made another service error. Many unforced errors by BVR.
So what is, I mean, you played obviously for Ateneo for so many years. What is it sometimes that for people to understand? Why is it sometimes that there's that string of errors that you just can't seem to get out of?
Sometimes you just get stuck in that hole, and it seems like the only thing you can do is keep digging it deeper. And being beach volleyball, they have no coach here to guide them. They just have to work it out amongst themselves. And I think the inexperience of these two playing together is actually coming into becoming a factor and hindering their performance today.
Serve is in for Soriano, but Hong Kong is on the attack here. Great save by Soriano. Hong Kong again on the offensive. Tong. Oh, wow. Unrelenting, these ladies from Hong Kong.
Yeah, they seem to be doing everything right. There was a perfect setup, and there was no one there to block the ball, so sure point for Hong Kong team.
It was a bit of a rally. Ball came back to Hong Kong, but then on the second attempt, they really put it away with an, on an emphatic note. Soriano. Hong Kong was there. They just had, they were trying to sort who's going to go.
Yeah, they weren't sure who was going to get that ball.
But what's nice, if you're watching, is they were there. They were just an arm's, reach away from the ball. Hong Kong. But let's see. Obviously, BVR won, a heavy favorite in this tournament.
It's another error by Bea. That's her second service error in a row.
Wow. It's just some sort of a rut that BVR1 can't get out of right now.
They can't seem to get out of it. And Hong Kong just keeps doing everything right.
Oh, another attack error. Tan-Soriano, who's more often than not accurate, solid in her play.
Yeah.
Half of these Hong Kong points must have come as freebies from BVR.
Yeah,
Amy.
they have. And you can see on the faces of Soriano and Tan that they're actually not talking anymore. They look very disappointed in themselves.
Oh, even the reception, they can't do anything right. And BVR1, Tan-Soriano, Beatan, they fall very swiftly in set number 1 versus the Hong Kong 2. And mostly because of the errors they've committed on the sand, Amy.
Yeah, the unforced errors didn't do them any help in this set.
What an excellent first set if you're Hong Kong. I mean, Sonia Kong, Yee-Tung, they barely needed their offense as they got most of the points from the error of these errors of Soriano and Tan. Take a look at some of the highlights on the sand, Amy. There were some defense and some offense as well that from Hong Kong, but it was mostly the service errors from BVR1 and even their attack errors.
Yeah, their hitting errors. A lot of them were almost on the line, but they were just out, and their service errors were all long. So I think they have to work on their placing and strategy, and not always use power to try to get those points. Try to be strategic, try to place them, try to cut shot.
And we'll see if that comes into play in the second set. And we'll take a break and come back right after these. Back here on the sands of Angib Beach in Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley. Set number 2 between BVR1, Tan-Soriano, Beatan, against Sonia Kong and Yee-Tung of Hong Kong 2. And right off the bat, we start with an error from Tan-Soriano, picking up where they left off, Amy, in the first set. And obviously, you can tell the disappointment on the faces of BVR1.
Hopefully they can forget about the first set, because that's done now, and just work on lifting their game and getting some points and getting those breaks that they need to get.
Able to take that. Second touch, Sonia not ready with that.
Here's Hong Kong on the attack. And they get an easy ball there. Great placement. And again, when you see the Hong Kong's execution, you see that they really got a plan, and it shows. They just haven't been really able to execute much in the first set because they got a lot of free points.
Yeah, you can see that they're playing really well together, and despite this being their first international tournament together, from what we see, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Their chemistry seems to be great, and they just need to keep doing what they're doing.
The points are coming easy now through the offense. Take a look at that. I mean, Soriano and Tan were nowhere near the ball, and it's a 3-0 start for Hong Kong here in set number 2 as they are looking to sweep BVR1, but Tan right there gets the first point.
There we go. She
of the
didn't
team.
use power on that one. She just pushed it into the corner, which gave them that point. Did a spin on that ball.
Better serve for BVR. That's
Nice touch on the
Kong.
net.
Over received by Tan. Kong for Tong. Yes.
They seem to be very calm when they play Hong Kong.
Absolutely.
She just kind of placed that over the hands of Charo's block, and just they're quietly getting their points, chipping away at the score.
They don't actually do too much. They just do enough to get the point. And in conditions like this where you're playing in the sand and your energy is conserving your energy is important. And Hong Kong's play is perfect. What a chase down, but second touch short for Hong Kong.
And that's one of the first time we've actually seen them run and dive into the sand, hustling for that ball.
And you see how disappointed Tong is after failing to lift
that
up that
ball up.
second touch.
As we can see, the sand got in the glasses. We have to remember that these girls are playing out here under the sun and in the sand, so it's not an easy thing to get points in this game.
Sonia Kong, yes!
Tan trying to read that ball, pulling off the net. Unfortunately, the ball was too strong and she couldn't get it up.
Oh, Tan-Soriano with a poor read on the ball. It was well in. She tried to avoid it, thinking it was going to go long. 6-2 now.
With those balls, you really have to follow them to the line to make sure you have to be there. She kind of just looked over her shoulder and hoped that that was out.
Well, back-to-back errors here, Amy. Gives 2 aces to Hong Kong, and all of a sudden it's a 6-2 advantage. Make that 7-2 advantage.
It looks like a replay of the first set, actually. A lot of unforced errors and Hong Kong doing everything right to secure their points.
That's an over reception. Kept alive now by Hong Kong on the attack, and Hong Kong with the point again.
That was a quick 1-2 play. She saw that both Bea and Charo were up at the net, so she just popped it over. No power, just popped it over to the back, and they had no chance of getting anywhere near that ball. So another strategic play by Hong Kong.
It's an 8-2 advantage, a 4-point run for Hong Kong as they lead over BVR1 in set number 2. Back here at Angib Beach in Santa Ana, Cagayan Valley. Beautiful location for BVR Invitational, and Charo was even saying they wanted to call it BVR International because they are inviting international teams to this competition. And what a response too. They sent out invites and 10 international teams come and join.
Yeah, it's great. And all the teams that I've talked to internationally, they're happy to be here. Like Tan-Soriano said in the pre-interview, all of their comments have been that the Filipinos have been very hospitable, and it's a beautiful place. So what can they not love about it?
Right. Another reception error on the part of BVR1. Now it's a 9-2 lead, a 5-point run for Hong Kong. Oh, a 6-point run now as the aces continue to come in for Sonia Kong. From 4-2 to 10-2 for Hong Kong.
Philippines can't seem to get out of their rut, and You have to, it's important when you play, you have to just forget about the errors because they're already done and you can't get them back. But we can see that these two, trying to get that point, that these two cannot get out of their rut and get some points going.
But right now, they're spiraling downward. It's non-stop for BVR1. 7-point run for Hong Kong now. Soriano try to break it. Finally, BVR1 gets a point and stops that huge run.
Yeah, nice cut shot. Hopefully we can see these girls getting the momentum of points and making this a competitive second set, pushing it to the third. But as we can see from now, Hong Kong seems to be in a good position.
Well, they're comfortable, they're playing well, their morale is high, they're very confident. Whereas obviously there's some disappointment in the play of BVR1, but let's see if they can brush that off and get their good play back on. Tan, one-hander for Tong. Tong goes up. Reception was there, but poor positioning for BVR1. Both of them are in the same area, and nobody to pick up the second ball.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I haven't seen them communicating with each other, which we normally would see from beach volleyball partners, because it's important that they're aware where each other are on the court.
Nice serve. That's not going to help, obviously, for BVR1. I mean, it's good to be good, but better to be lucky.
Yeah, everything seems to be going well for Hong Kong, and opposite for the BVR tandem of Tan and Soriano.
The biggest lead now of Hong Kong, 12-3 in set number 2. Tan. That's too close to the net.
It's an overset.
Overset. Here's Tong. Oh, wow.
They're really, BVR is really being outplayed by Hong Kong at the moment, and even in the first set, they weren't able to come back from that deficit, or maybe their mindset is still focusing on all the points that they haven't gotten or all the points that they have conceded to the other team.
Tan on the attack. Another great play defensively by Hong Kong. And one of those few occasions, Amy, where Hong Kong is out of place, but most of the time they're right there where the ball is going to be.
Yep, and BVR actually had the help of the net to get that point, but either way, it's a point and they'll take it.
Down by 10, BVR1. Tan-Soriano getting ready to serve. 14-4 is the Hong Kong lead. That's a check ball for Hong Kong.
Coming off the hands of Bea Tan, she wasn't able to control that.
Tan.
Quick 1-2 play.
That's going to be key if BVR is going to come back here, Amy, is that 1-2 play, no?
Yeah, that's where they've actually gotten a lot of their points. And Bea is very quick on the sand, so I think that is their advantage. Hopefully they can utilize that and work on it to get some more points.
Poor reception that time. One of the rare occasions you see Hong Kong mess up a service reception.
Yeah, that was a misreceive, but fortunately that was able to get them another point, so bringing their lead even higher.
16-5. We'll take a break and come back with more BVR Invitational action when we come back. BVR Invitational, open to everyone, including these kids having fun on the sand. This event made possible by Cagayan Economic Zone Authority, Cagayan Grand Adventure Leisure Corporation, and First Cagayan Leisure and Resort Corporation, along with ABS-CBN Sports, of course. Good afternoon. Eric Tipan with Amy Ahumiro on the call for this quarterfinal matchup between BVR1, Bea Tan, Tan-Soriano, and Hong Kong 2, Susan Kong, and Yee-Tung. And right now, the tandem from Hong Kong with a first set win, and they're leading 16-6 here in set number 2.
These teams actually played together yesterday, with Hong Kong sweeping them in 2 sets. And from what we can see here at the moment, we may see a replay of what happened yesterday.
Sonia again, serving. 15-36.
Tan, that soft touch. Oh, but great defense by Tong.
That was read well by her, and you can see that she's very long, so she was able to just use her length to put that ball up.
Point
And
awarded
a block
for
at the net
BVR.
actually helped out BVR1.
Number 1 to serve.
Made that ball fall short of the second touch.
7 serving 17.
Tan serving. Much better serving now for BVR1.
Follow, Groupie Thailand and BVR2.
Good reception. Bea Tan goes up and scores.
Touch at the net.
She's actually scored a few points using power, getting through that block.
But let's see if they can run in some more points here. Still down by 9. 8 serving 17. Oh, but the serve is long. One of the problems for or of BVR comes haunting them back.
BVR have actually been playing better in the second set, making less errors. However, they haven't been able to string points together. They haven't had any momentum on their side.
Tan chasing it down. Here comes Soriano. Oh, what a retrieval from Susan Kong, but not enough to keep it alive.
Point awarded for BVR. Number 2 Shadow. Serve. 9 serving 18.
Better serve from Soriano. Great defense. Here's Soriano. Tan keeps it alive. Hong Kong on the attack. 1-2 play. That is outside. BVR gets the point.
And that's 2 points in a row for them. Hopefully they can get some momentum going and catch up to their 8-point deficit.
The biggest lead was 10 for Hong Kong. Mini run here by BVR. Let's see if they can keep it together. Keep it going.
This serve will be crucial for BVR at the moment. Hopefully it goes in.
Got a good reception for Hong Kong. And the third touch is out. And here comes a little bit of a run para sa BVR.
Get some momentum going, get their confidence going. But we can see that Hong Kong still seems very calm, very reserved. A lot of energies to still give.
Still able to handle. Last touch.
Tan.
Set by Bea.
Soriano. Take a look at that. Now a huge run for BVR1. Hong Kong calls a timeout here. A 10-point lead down to 6. Take a break and come back with more right after these. Back here at Angib Beach, and it's low tide already. That's what I heard, and but still enough for people to have fun with on the beach. Sun coming down and volleyball heating up. Ito sa BVR Invitational, but it's still a huge deficit that BVR1 has to overhaul, down by 10, but they still have a 6-point deficit to crawl out of against Hong Kong 2.
We can see that their confidence, even in their body language, with that 6-point run, has 4-point run rather, has gotten them back.
And now it's Hong Kong's turn to come up with some unforced errors, Amy.
Yeah, well, like it's a long game, so at the start we could see that BVR team was making a lot of unforced errors, but like I said, it's a long game and these girls are fatigued and they're tired, so I think we can see that the Hong Kong team is feeling some of that right now.
Receive that.
Soriano, the time. Soft touch is good. And BVR on the way back here. 6-point run to cut that 10-point deficit to 4.
We can see the BVR team actually talking to each other more and communicating out there, which helped them get that point. We've seen a lot of unforced errors and a lot of times that they have been in the same place trying to receive the ball.
Here comes Hong Kong on the attack. What a block there by Bea Tan.
Nice block by Bea Tan. Despite her height disadvantage, she was able to jump up and get that block.
7-point run for BBR1.
That was perfect timing there from Bea Tan.
They're definitely back in this. Oh, Soriano though. Huge error that time.
Crucial service error. BBR needs to get a good reception here and hopefully an attempt at a good spike.
2 points away from winning the match is Hong Kong. Tan. Here comes Soriano. Nice play.
Nice rip by Atecha, hitting it deep into the back court, keeping them alive.
Take another look. Great angle, great placement for the point.
The BVR team is trying to force this game to 3 sets, where Hong Kong is trying to close it out in 2.
Hong Kong. And that's going to be match point for Hong Kong 2016.
That was a great shot. She saw Bea running in, so she just chipped it over the block. And there's nothing you can do about it. She tried as hard as she could, but she couldn't get that ball out.
Final stand for BVR1 here. Tan to Soriano. They get the point.
It's not over till the last point, and their BVR is still holding on.
Saves 1 of 4 match points. Nice 2-point run here.
Important serve there.
2 match points saved by BVR1, but they're still 2 points away from tying, extending this second set. But that's it. The final point needed by Hong Kong. They gave up 2, but they got it on the third one, Amy.
Yeah, Hong Kong seemed to just steadily get through that game.
BVR1 bounced back and fought back. And they trimmed what was a 10-point lead down to 3. But in the end, that was too much of a run to make, and it cost BVR1.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of unforced errors from BVR, making it a fairly easy game for Hong Kong.
So Hong Kong 2, Sonia Kong and Yee-Tung advanced to the semifinals, taking down BVR1, Tan-Soriano and Bea Tan. Final quarterfinal matchup when we come back.